Hey everybody, welcome back to another another girls recap. This is the show where I recap episodes of of Lena Dunham's Girls, and this is episode 206. I'm sorry. It's just this episode is called Boys. That's the opposite of girls. That's one of the funniest jokes in this show so far. So I'm laughing immediately, thinking, man, what's this going to be about? Turns out it's still mostly about girls, which is fine, that's good. Hannah takes a meeting with a guy who I can only describe as gay David Spade. Maybe David Spade is gay. I don't know that much about him. Seems like a wife guy though. And he tells her to write an ebook in a month. And for some reason she's excited about that prospect, even though that sounds like torture to me. But she accepts. Let's see. Shoshana has a little bit to do this time. She's at the coffee shop with Ray, and they're talking about some stuff. And then later she's complaining about the fact that they get tacos on their dates instead of like going to like the French Laundry or whatever. Which is, I guess that's valid. Anyway, that's kind of all she has to do. Marnie is still hanging out with Booth Jonathan. We see Yorma Tacone's little naked butt in this episode. He's having a party for an artist friend of his who he doesn't seem to really like at all. And he fires his assistant because she ate a little bite of his ice cream, which is a weird thing to do. The scene is painted very much like, he's in the wrong for that. And he was definitely, like, mean about it. But, like, she, like, ate, like, a bite of his... it was one bite, but I don't know. It was weird. So she was going to be functioning as like the hostess for this party, so Yorma Tacone is like, hey Marnie, can you be the hostess instead? And she's like, she doesn't say this, but in her head she's like, yeah, of course, I'm your girlfriend. That's what girlfriends do, is be the hostess at parties that you throw for your artist friends. So she goes back to Shoshana's where she's staying and tries on stuff. Everything's too cutesy. So she goes out and buys this weird outfit that's basically like underwear with a trash bag over it. And I guess that's good for like an artist party, I suppose. And she invites Hannah, and Hannah shows up. But Marnie is being really weird and kind of is ignoring Hannah. So Hannah leaves to go try to work on her book, but she's not doing a very good job. Oh man, yeah, there's a whole other plot line I got to get to. I'm going to speed up a bit. And then Marnie and Booth Jonathan have a weird fight in his wine cellar where he kind of like starts acting like a baby for some reason, and they functionally break up. While all of this is going on, Ray is trying to get a book that he loaned to Hannah back from Hannah's ex, Adam Driver. Ray goes over to Adam's place. They don't like know each other or nothing. And Adam has stolen someone's dog to cope with how things ended with Hannah. And so he's being really bucked up and strange. And so Ray is trying just to get his book back, but eventually gets sucked into, we're going to go to Staten Island and return this dog. So they take the ferry to Staten Island. They have a bunch of like real conversations. These are, I guess, the titular boys. Them and Booth Jonathan as well. But definitely Ray and Adam. They're talking. Eventually Adam predictably gets pissed. He leaves. Ray tries to return the dog. The owner's daughter is there, and she's like a real Staten Island character. Uses a couple of slurs at Ray, which turn out to be inaccurate. So Ray, we last see him sitting with the dog, waiting for the return ferry back to Manhattan or Brooklyn or wherever, any of the boroughs that aren't Staten Island. And that's kind of where the episode ends. And Jessa falls asleep in the bathtub.